Good afternoon, everybody. How is all my wonderful subscribers and viewers out there doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. It's Nikki D, and welcome back to the Nikki D channel. Today, we're going to be doing the 2024 College Football Predictions Week 7 show, where I, Nikki D, tell you who I think is going to win, I tell you who's going to lose, and what's your favorite game of the week this week? Let me know down in the comments section below. Don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and smash that subscribe button so you could be notified of when I drop my next video. And I hope all of y'all wonderful people continue to have an amazing day. And without further ado, let's get to... In our first game of the week, we have the California Golden Bears going on the road to take on the number 22nd ranked Pittsburgh Panthers. And California having their second consecutive game against an undefeated opponent. And they did very well against Miami for the first 2.5 quarters. No question about that. But Pittsburgh is here. They're looking like they're for real. And until they lose, I'm not doubting them. I'm picking the Pittsburgh Panthers to beat the California Golden Bears. And in our second game, we have number 21 Missouri going on the road to face the UMass Minutemen. And honestly, I don't think this game is going to be close. Massachusetts is just not on the level of Missouri. I'll be surprised if the Minutemen get on the board at all against this Tigers defense. And I think this is going to be a one-sided beatdown all day long. I'm picking number 21 Missouri to beat the Massachusetts Minutemen. In our next matchup, we have number 18 Kansas State Wildcats going on the road into Boulder to take on Deion Sanders-led Colorado Buffalo. And honestly, I'm not impressed by how Colorado's been playing last year and this year, honestly. They haven't really had much of winning ways. And Kansas State has just looked very dominant, especially when running the football. And now those Kansas State Wildcats are coming off of a bye as well. A nice week to rest and recoup. And I think Kansas State is going to come out to Boulder and make a statement. I'm picking Kansas State to beat Colorado. In our next matchup, we have number 17, Boise State, going on the road all out of the continental United States to take on Hawaii. And honestly, I think the Rainbows could get some touchdowns here. Don't get me wrong, but Boise State is ranked for a reason. I don't think being out of the continental United States is going to bother them one bit. I think Boise State comes in here and runs the football and runs it often. And I think they're going to win the game because of their running game. So I'm picking the Boise State Broncos to beat the Hawaii Rainbows. In our next matchup on the 2024 College Football Predictions Week 7 show, we got number 16 Utah Utes going on the road to Tempe to take on the Arizona State Sun Devils. And honestly, Utah needs to be careful here. This could be a trap game. It's a perfect opportunity for Arizona State to get a win over a depleted Utah team that lost to the Arizona Wildcats last week. We'll get to them in a minute. And I really feel like Utah is going to come out and avoid getting trapped there. I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm picking the Utah Utes to beat the Arizona State Sun Devils. In our next matchup, we have the Arizona Wildcats going on the road to face number 14 undefeated BYU Cougars. And Same thing applies to BYU. This very well could be a trap game. Arizona is on top of their game this week, coming off of a 23-10 upset win over number 10 Utah Utes. But I think BYU is undefeated for a reason. I think they're going to lean on the running game. I think they're going to milk the clock when they need to. And I'm picking number 14 BYU to beat Arizona. In our next matchup, we have number 11 Iowa State Cyclones going on the road to Morgantown to take on the West Virginia Mountaineers. And I think Iowa State is for real. I think they're undefeated for a reason. I do think West Virginia has a lot to prove in this game. I do think they get up a couple of scores. I don't think they're going to end up like Houston did against Iowa State. But I think Iowa State gets a nice convincing win. I'm picking the Iowa State Cyclones to beat the West Virginia Mountaineers. In our next matchup, we have the Stanford Cardinal going on the road into South Bend as they're going to be taking on number 11 Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And the Irish have been rolling lately. Ever since they lost that one game that they lost, they have against Northern Illinois, they have won, I believe, 3 straight now. And the Irish are right on the brink of being back into the top 10 team in the nation. So I think their winning ways continues again for another week. I think Stanford's good, but I don't think they're quite ready to beat Notre Dame. So I'm picking the Notre Dame Fighting Irish to beat the Stanford Cardinal. Up next on the 2020 World College Football Predictions Week 7 show, we have the Clemson Tigers going on the road into Winston-Salem to take on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, and Clemson has made it back into the top 10, and I think Kate Klubnik is going to come out and ball this week, and I think Wake Forest is going to try to get up a couple of scores, but I don't know if they're going to have much success being able to keep up with Clemson. I'm picking number 10 Clemson to put the beat down on Wake Forest in Winston-Salem. In our next matchup, we have a battle of 2 SEC teams. Number 9, Mississippi, goes on the road into Baton Rouge to take on number 13, LSU. And I think this is going to be a game for the ages. I think this is going to be a game where a lot of people sleep on. And I think this game has the potential to be an instant classic. I think Jackson Dart is going to come out and prove why he is as good as they say he is. And I do think it's going to be a very back and forth affair. I think whoever has the ball last is going to win this game. And I'm picking the Mississippi Rebels to beat LSU in Baton Rouge. In our next matchup, we have the Florida Gators going on the road into Knoxville to take on number 8 Tennessee Volunteers. And as a Tennessee Volunteer fan, I really feel like Tennessee is going to come out and make a statement this week. I think that loss to Arkansas and Fayetteville is fueling this team. And I don't think Florida is going to know what to do at game time. I think then, especially because it's in Knoxville, I think the crowd is going to help this team. And I'm picking the Tennessee Volunteers to rebound and put the beat down on the Florida Gators. In our next matchup, we have the South Carolina Gamecock going on the road into Tuscaloosa to take on number 7 Alabama. And I see the same thing here. Alabama needs to rebound after a loss to Vanderbilt a week ago. And I think South Carolina is just not going to see the revenge game coming. Alabama's going to put the beat down on South Carolina early and often, and I don't think South Carolina is going to really stand much of a chance. I'm sorry. Roll, Tide, roll. Alabama, I'm picking them to beat down South Carolina. Up next on the 2024 College Football Prediction Week 7 show, we have the Mississippi State Bulldogs going on the road between the hedges as they are at number 5 Georgia Bulldogs. And a battle of Bulldogs, it's about whose bark is louder. It's about whose bite is harder. And at the end of the day, whoever this is going to win this game. No doubt about it. But Mississippi State could have Georgia on the ropes here early in this game. We've seen Georgia have slow starts already this year. Kentucky, Alabama. Georgia has proven that they are a second half team, and I think either Georgia comes out and puts the hammer down in the first half, or I think it's a close game at half and Georgia comes out and puts their foot on the accelerator in the second half. Either way, I'm picking number 5 Georgia to beat Mississippi State. In our next matchup, we have number 4 Penn State going on the road to face the USC Trojans. And Penn State really hasn't had hard competition so far this year. They are undefeated and they are in the top 5 of the nation. But USC has fallen out of the top 25 after losing at Minnesota. They were number 11 last week, so we can't take that away from them. But I think Penn State is going to be running the football way too much for USC to be able to stop. And at the end of the day, I'm picking number 4 Penn State to beat USC. In our next matchup, game of the week, number 2 Ohio State going on the road into Eugene as they are at number 3 Oregon Ducks. And this could be a preview of a national championship in a lot of people's eyes. I think Ohio State is going to be running the football a lot in this game. I don't see Oregon's defense being able to do much about it. And on the other side of the ball, I think Ohio State's defense is one of the best defenses in the country. And I think this week they're going to show us why, as I'm picking number 2 Ohio State to beat number 3 Oregon in Eugene. And now, for the last game of the week, we have top-ranked Texas going on the road in Dallas as they are the road team there against number 18 Oklahoma Sooners. Red River Shootout rivalry renewed again. And honestly, I don't care if it's Quentin Ewers or it's Arch Manning. I don't think any Sooner magic is going to be saving Oklahoma this week. And I think Texas shows out, and I think Oklahoma is going to really struggle offensively in this game. They struggled against Tennessee. They struggled in a win against Auburn. But Texas is not Auburn. Texas is not Tennessee. Texas is going to put the beat down on Oklahoma. I'm picking the Texas Longhorns to beat the Oklahoma Sooners. And that was the 2024 College Football Predictions Week 7 show. What's your favorite game of the week coming up? Let me know down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and you made it all the way to the end of this video, go smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. And if you want to see some more of me, Nicky D, then go check out another one of my videos, because I got hours of content that'll keep you entertained well into the evening. With that being said, I hope everybody continues to have a wonderful day. I'm Nicky D. This is the Nicky D channel, and I will see all y'all amazing people next time. Bye, y'all.